Yeah, no crit, no HP, no heal, no poison. So there is shield if I were to go kerfuffle. No HP, no heal. Lets me be pretty bursty though. Relic just to make sure we're hitting. We've got a tortoise that could be a problem. If we're just jamming wound, I don't mind the frost heroes too much. Grab a shield strike. This is kind of a brick, but it does make shield strike better. Pretty happy with that. Quick level 2 shield strike. Like 20% of my damage. I would have won that by more. Could take shackles, but just want to make shield strike better. Is energy cost necessary? I don't think so. I think the only things we're taking are wound and shield skills. Persistent. Take a shield attack. We'll get on the interest soon, but when we've got 2 levels in shield strike, may as well keep the win streak bonus up. I don't think anything is beating us early with level 2 shield strike. Famous last words. Looks fine, looks fine. Okay, I'm just chilling here. We'll interest into turn 5, so that we'll have more gold to spend with the 5 relic. Freeze. There's no crit in the lobby. There's no crit and there's shield. We've got 2 archers. Defense mastery can be really nice into this hero, because you just invalidate the arrow hail damage. You can't really scale flat damage on arrow hail. Very easy to get these down to doing nothing. Defense mastery also usually ends up being pretty good into the tortoise. In general, lobbies with no crit, defense mastery ends up being pretty good. Speaking of the tortoise, yeah, we're punished for not spending, I guess. Really just want to run down shield wound. Kind of like pickaxe. I would really want to find patron rod, but I think given that we're shield striking, this ends up being fine. More shield striking. Already 80 gold on the pickaxe. My shield strike's a little bit better. They don't have wound skills. They have 3 wound skills. The shield strike only doing 3 damage. Maybe it's just hitting shield. Yeah, I must have just been hitting shield. Don't need any of these, or any of these. Include repel spray. Also, max out shield strike. Oh. Still have 7 relic refreshes. Yeah, the strike being magic damage makes their ultimate dodges not very relevant here. Just hits hard enough that he breaks through Death Mastery. It's a new skill. Already got levels there. I guess we could be pushing to 16. Let's take shield attack. I'm running out of level 1 things to buy anyway. Free battle wound versus damage mastery. I feel like because I'm shield striking, damage mastery just ends up being better. Random instead of refresh. Yeah, that's true. I probably should do that with the pickaxe. We got a shield skill. That's pretty good. So, I don't know, do we want to push to 24? Or just press the random button? The skill's pretty bad. I'll take, like, base shield. That seems fine. Get a base rage. They have no damage. They have no damage. Ugh. Wait, they have 17 refreshes still. What are you doing? What are you buying? You going dodge? Rare goblin part. I want the shackles. Let's... I guess take Fury Wound? Attack miss is above average. Got a dodge wound. First leveling contract. Definitely it was maybe supposed to just roll to find Patron Rod. not sure Goblin Part is ever getting enough value here to be worth being a treasure on 10. Base attack dodge. Thinking of the shackles. Ultimate Rage. Okay, well, we can get a pre-battle wound, which is another unique wound skill. Drop an interest for wound 24. It's fine. Yeah. It's like 30-ish gold a turn. It does also make the pickaxe a bit better. What is with all the tortoises playing attack tortoise? I see that so much. Sprite Rage. There was an energy cost in our shop, and then we randomed into energy cost. Nice. There's the wound immunity. There's the shield disruption. Okay, finally got those back to back. Interesting. So I think that's all the commons now. How much health is on that? Their sprite has more health than they do. Classic Death Burial. Guess Shackles. If the dodge heroes start getting magic dodge, that could be a problem. Sure. Ooh. Yeah, I'll grab Shield Smash. We don't have a ton of shield procs, but I think we get enough out of it. Yeah. It could end up being a bit awkward into the heroes going dodge, but eh. Yeah, Defense Mastery. I don't want to say invalidates the hero, but it invalidates the hero. At least when they don't have crit. It's true. It's true. At least there is also wound available. Ow. Damage slowed down there a little bit more than I thought it would. That's pretty good. We're not keeping sprites alive. I guess this gets me to Sprite 8, though. Shield Mastery. What a skill. Also, what a skill. Guess it's fine. It scales with Damage Mastery. Take it. Why not? $130 gold from Goblin Part. 640 from pickaxe though. Pickaxe has been pretty good. Looks like they've got damage mastery. Well, had damage mastery. Me versus the turtle, eh? Okay, apparently we're just cheating. Yeah, Attack Turtle hasn't lost a fight since we beat them, right? Sorta interesting. Both got maxed final defense. Looks like we're winning. We're winning by a lot, too. We've still got a final defense that we didn't need there. Sure. Okay. We haven't triggered this yet, right? We're gonna win this without ever triggering our final defense. Shield Strike do be pretty nasty. We did need it. I wonder if I picked up that turn. They had a lot of extra damage that fight. If that was still close after we got the treasures. Well, it doesn't. Like, there's very little difference between just getting 20 extra gold around and getting an auto roll. The difference is just you're not pressured to not roll when the clock is running low in fear that you're going to auto roll over a shop that you want. That's the only real difference between getting a free roll and getting 20 gold. I guess you can spend the 20 gold on other stuff, but I think auto lock makes a lot of sense. Just from a convenience perspective. Yeah, like the amount of times that I stop rolling in other games because I don't trust that I'm gonna have time to buy or parse the shop and then lock it if I want stuff. It's like the game punishes you for trying to focus a certain build more than going wide. Does it? I don't think it does. If anything, it wants you to focus a certain build because of how good the mythics are. In most cases, going wide is throwing. Like, you need a good reason to go wide. Reroll shouldn't happen automatically. It should just be 0 gold the first time each turn. You could do it that way, too. Have it auto-lock, and then instead of just giving gold worth a roll, just do it like the old FTF system where you got a free roll. Yeah, the level buffs are another incentive to hyper-focus. Wound, wound, wound. shield for shield strike, but I'm just gonna chill. 100 HP, yeah, and the buff. And then the ability to get the Mythic on 24 and Rares on 16. One reason to ever go wide. Some of the statuses have synergies. Things like freeze poisons that aren't worth. I agree, freeze poison's not usually worth, but stuff like healing shield can be very good. Just as a way to get more triggers of stuff. Like, it's a lot easier to trigger, what is it, shield smash? The rare shield attack, when you're going at least a little bit wide. But going wide usually involves getting, like, one level in a bunch of things for just procs. Which is consistent with how going wide works for the HP branch, too. You just need one level to get max value for HP attack or HP dodge or whatever. Yeah, Wound Shield is very strong. Kind of a loot chest hero. Let's jam. I believe. Nobody's playing an early game hero. Maybe should have taken Shield Rage. Can I? It doesn't have the Shield Strike. Drop an interest point for that. Yep, HP stuff is mostly to just stay alive. HP's good for regen, if you want to go Medical Explosion. Yeah, like Tenacious Life is good. There's a bunch of things that care about having a big health pool. Like Poison Burst gets a lot better when you don't immediately die after Poison Burst goes off. I have these already. Even Badge seems OP. I think it's the worst of the HP treasures. Yeah, because it doesn't give you HP. It doesn't give you gold. It just prevents the damage. Where Supply Chest, you get the gold from losing the life from defeat compensation. I still take it occasionally. Like, if I'm in a comp that I know is going to come together late game, I'm a lot more likely to pick it up. Ugh. Come on. Still winning. Yeah, I have noticed there's been more people econing. Do they have Exoblade? No. Wait, do they have Exoblade? No. A little scared. Okay. We need to find skills. Fine. It's a new wound skill. It's a new shield skill. don't even want to take all these natural healing with 3 Sprite Priests in the lobby. I don't want to go healing. I just want to burst people. Where are my shield strikes at? Taking that. Wound skill, wound skill. I want to get to pre-battle. We can do better. Oh. It's murdering time! Stun can be nice. I mean, it depends on the build. Sometimes stun does literally nothing. Like, there's a bunch of comps that don't care about being stunned. But if they're, like, an attack build, or a dodge build, stun is huge. So we could Death Mastery instead of Shield Smash. We think we've got enough damage, and we just want to not get blown up by the Sprite Priest loops. I think that makes sense. A lot of poison damage. Poison Balloon still only does as much as Persistent Venom. Interesting. Could build a magic crit potentially. Guess it might be hard to get magic crit with all these Sprite Priests. At the same time, though, contesting it just so that it's harder for them to find might actually be worth it. It matters more for them than it does for us. Yeah, I've been picking up Pre-Battle Shield for sure. It's also just another shield skill, which matters for Defense Mastery and Shield Strike. Just no rush, I'm not going to drop interest for it. More people don't use life damage relics to win streak. They do, but the problem is they don't actually help you win. Like, you're doing more damage, but it's not making you more likely to win the fight. Yeah, I mean, if that happens. But you could also just lose the fight, have spent all your gold, and not get any interest, and have a relic that doesn't do anything. Just because you full spend your gold doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win. Like, as a full spend enjoyer, I am still not a spear enjoyer. That's big enough. Yeah, but just none of this requires you to have spear. Like, you can do this without spear and just another recon treasure. Usually, even when you're full aggroing, other recon treasures are getting you more gold than spear. It's really your favorite thing to do, and that helps win the game. It helps knock people out of the lobby. Spear is good until builds are online. Sorta. You're way overestimating how much the pools matter. You're also not taking everyone's cards. You're maybe griefing one person, but even then, pool size is big enough that it doesn't really matter that much. Like, the amount of times that I have seen multiple people get Fury Poison 5 by, like, turn 10, it's just not that relevant for most things. It sometimes matters on rares if they're really contested. Like, in this game, we were probably the last person to start buying magic crits, and we still got magic crit 3. With them theoretically being contested by 3 other players. Big Death Burial. What are you doing? Spooky, scary, rage. Okay. Yeah, 16. You get a choice of the rares. Yes, it does count towards the card pool. It 100% does count towards the card pool. But, like, the pool sizes are so big that it can be easy to make the mistake and think that it doesn't. I have gotten to 16 and not been offered one of the things I was looking for. It doesn't happen much, because pool sizes are big enough, but... Even better then? No. The point is the pool sizes are so big that it's irrelevant. The fact that you see it happen so rarely just shows you how little pool sizes matter. Or how little the pools matter. You're making the wrong conclusion. Very clean game. Yeah, like you can have Patron Rod and miss your mythics too. Always frustrating when that happens. Yeah, not saying that it will never work.